For those of you who don't know me, I've been in this space since like the mid 2000s, actively sold for a number of years, then built a couple of companies that provided training, coaching, systems, tools, etc. for agents, went back into actively producing in 2019, 2020. For years, literally for 15 years, I have been a proponent of sending a weekly email. And when I first got started, the weekly email that I would send, or 2007, 8, 9, was foreclosures. I would send out a foreclosure list I don't remember what day I used to send them, but I would just send a list of foreclosures. Now we're talking like 7, 8, 9. Technology was a lot different, whatever. Our strategy evolved, and I have been, since I reactivated my license, I have been sending a weekly email every Friday morning to my database. Recently, though, I shifted the approach that I was taking with that. The weekly email was more like a market update is what I was doing. And I returned to something that I had been teaching other agents to do in the mid 20 teens, but was reminded of from a YLOPO webinar. I'm not promoting them or whatever. I consume all kinds of content. And there was a guy on there that shared his email strategy. And I was like, son of a gun, that's what I used to do and teach. And that's better what I'm doing than what I'm doing right now. The approach is very simple. Every Friday morning, you email your database with 3, 5, 7, 10 fun things to do this weekend in your market. You include in that email, okay, that's the part that is, generally speaking, universally well received. Like, you'll get some people to unsubscribe, but those people were never going to transact with you. Okay. So like, don't get your feelings hurt. If they're going to unsubscribe because you sent them fun things to do this weekend in Central PA, like, they weren't going to be your clients. Get over it, right? It's all good. The other part of the email has got to be things that when people engage with them, they become triggers for you to follow up with them. So for me, I use KV Core for all of this. The triggers, the things that I am able to build into that, which then allows me to spend the rest of my week, right? So I send my email on Friday. I don't really work over the weekends. I use KV Core. The way we're doing it is we create a blog post with the weekend bucket list. That's what we're calling. I stole it from some guy named Anthony in Tampa Bay. Okay. What I used to call it is weekend events and happenings. I think bucket list is cooler. So I R&D'd it, right? He doesn't have a trademark on the name or the words bucket list. So we make a blog post with, again, 3, 5, 7 things to do this weekend. Where we find them is Facebook events. Okay. You literally just go to facebook.com/events. You can filter for your area and you can filter for this weekend. Pick the things that you think look cool and fun. The other place you can find them is Eventbrite. But honestly, I would be shocked if every one of you couldn't find enough events on Facebook. We make a blog post, and every one of the Facebook events also has an image with it. So to make the blog post, interesting to look at, we'll put that image and we'll put a little summary. That's the top of the email. The rest of the email are things like tap here for to find out your home value, right? And we make it a little bit more enticing than that. Go here for an updated home valuation for your property, something along those lines. We include what KV Core calls IDX squeeze pages. I think that's the link, what they call it, which is basically just a curated list of properties. And we include some other calls to action. Why is that relevant? Because then the rest of the week we spend following up with the people that through their behaviors indicate intent. So when someone clicks on the home value link, which in this case is taking them to my KV Core home valuation link, when they go there and they submit their property address, as long as they submit their property address, I now know I've got somebody that we need to follow up with. When someone goes to the curated IDX link of all the open houses for this weekend, or all the recently price reduced properties, or I think this past week I even did all $1 million plus listings in Central PA, which $1 million here is, that's, our average home price is like 300,000. Things of that nature. All of those things create, when I go to my KV Core dashboard, the opportunity to strategically follow up with people that are engaging with me. So now I can invest my time and energy throughout the week more efficiently and effectively versus just randomly calling or texting or emailing everyone, which again, well, the emailing is what creates that. For me, this process that I just outlined is like, I am adamant with my organization. You all have to do this. If you want to sell houses, this is the easiest business model you could possibly have in this business. Grow your database daily, street text, or whatever you're doing to grow your database daily. Send a weekly email and follow up with the people that are engaging. That's it. There's lots of other things. I get it. But like, if you grow your database daily and you nurture your database daily, you are going to sell more homes over time, period.